Good afternoon, children. How is everyone doing? Namaste to all of you. Very warm welcome to yet another session. And yes, so good to see you all. So, here we get started with VIP series for CBSE 9 biology. And how are my dear children doing? Anandi, Mukund, Priya, Akanksha, Harshil, Alka, Rakhal, Gaurang. Okay, how nice to see you all, children. And this is Ambika, your biology master teacher, right here on this super amazing platform of Vedantu. Yes, guys, what's happening? Good afternoon, Aryan. I'm good. Thank you so much. Hi, Ayush. I'm good, Anandi. Thank you. Yes, children. Sukhamana Naman. Thank you. All right. And here we get started with the VIP series. As I told you, I think for CBSE Class 9 Biology, this year we're going to be having just 3 chapters, right? So we will most likely be having one VIP session per chapter. Okay? Righto. Let us get started. Thank you so much for joining me today, children. So here is my positive quote for you for today. Don't stop until you're proud. It's very, very important to get that feeling. Yes, absolutely my pleasure, Naman. Yes, children, so always remember to make a genuine reason for you to be proud of yourself and don't stop working until you definitely achieve that, right? Your science exam went awesome. Glad to know that, Mukund. So good. So good to know that. Absolutely, my pleasure, Aryan. Thank you so much, children. And shall we get started with the fundamental unit of life? Yes, Harshil, I know even yesterday you were here, be it a CBSE 9, CBSE 10, or an ICSE 10 session, I guess. Harshil has also become one of my regular students, right? Okay. Hi, Pranjali, Anshika, hello, Chahat, Shreyas. Background is sky, ma'am. What do you mean? This, it's just a wall. Okay. So, children, I'll tell you what we can expect of today's session so that you guys are clear about what exactly we're going to be doing. For those of you who are not aware of what VIP series is, let me just give you a hint, a basic idea, a brief idea about it. In VIP series, especially for biology, we intend to give you practice on the most important concepts, the most frequently asked concepts from each of your chapters. Okay. Mostly, we will be focusing on question answer discussion. Right, children? So, for CBSE Class 10, if you remember, those of you who attended my session yesterday, you would know that it was a little different because we had a lot of Mentee questions over there. But CBSE 9, we are going to be doing it a little different. We will be having a Mentee, of course, but that's going to be a very short Mentee. But apart from that, because you're in class 9 and different schools have different rules for class 9. I mean, it entirely depends on your exam, entirely depends on your teacher, right? Your within your school, what exactly your teacher wants to focus on. And as a result, you need to get probably a little more practice as compared to CBSE 10 students in that sense. Because CBSE 10, we know these are the major things which might come based on the past several years' patterns. But for CBSE 9, that pattern is difficult to predict. So we are going to be discussing a few 1 mark, 2 mark, and 3 marks questions from the chapter. Despite saying so much, some of my heroes are asking me, Ma'am, Mentee hoga kya? What is the answer that you guys want me to say for that? Well, yes, children. Yesterday's class was super fun. Okay, Harshal, yes, even I thoroughly enjoyed. All right, children. No worries, Anushri. Okay, no problem at all. Children, let me make it very clear to you. As I told you, question answer discussion today. Mainly 1 marks, 2 marks, and 3 marks questions. We'll be discussing the answers of that also. And depending upon, listen to me, depending upon how your performance in the session is, how active you guys are, whenever I feel it is a good time to start Mentee, I will get started with Mentee. Yes. All right, and I want everyone to start by clicking on the like button right now because we love live sessions probably as much as you guys do. We also love doing live sessions and we love doing VIP Mentee live sessions, right? Okay. Yes, Anshika. All right. Oh, suspense, says Harshal. Yes, little bit of suspense I think is good. All right, Mukund. Thank you. Now, any more questions about whether or not Mentee is going to be there, I'm going to completely ignore. Nobody is going to come back to me and ask me, ma'am, you are ignoring me all the time. I've been asking you about Mentee. No, I am going to deliberately ignore questions which are going to be about Mentee. Okay, I've made it very, very clear to you. All right, and let us get started. Define cell. Who is going to give me the answer to this? Define cell. I wish I had the option of unmuting and uncamming you guys on this platform, but unfortunately, we don't have that feature here, right? So who is going to tell me the answer to this? It's quite commonly asked as a 1 mark question. Basic structural unit of life. Yes, children. So cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. And this is an additional point. I mean, it's not like it's very, very important. If you want, you could add this. In Latin, cell, the word cell would mean small compartments. All right? Yes, I think everyone is up for that answer. And let us move ahead to the next 1 mark question. Children, do remember, notes will be available to you in the form of PDF. So don't worry. I hope all of you have been clicking on the PDF and downloading it and saving it systematically. Okay, I would suggest make a separate folder for each subject, and within each subject, be it English, social studies, math, biology, physics, chemistry, however you want the folders to be, make them, put all of these in them. And I would suggest, according to series also, please make subfolders so that it's a lot easier for you when you want to revise very quickly. Yes, children? Okay, right. And here comes the next question. Name the scientist who discovered cell. Who's going to tell me the answer? Yes. Nice to know that, Naman. Absolutely my pleasure. Robert Hooke is the answer. Many people are saying. Leeuwenhoek is what Harshal says. Children, my question is name the scientist who discovered cell. The answer is Robert Hooke. In 1665, well, when the question is like this, you could just write Robert Hooke, but if you think it might add value, you could write Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered cell in a thin slice of cork under his microscope, which means he observed dead cells. The first cells discovered were dead cells. Now, children, tell me who observed the first living cells? Living cells were first observed by Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Yes, Shubi, absolutely. Let me just make that very clear to you. Leeuwenhoek is going to be the answer for who observed the first living cells, right? Children, very, very thin line of difference. Read the question carefully. If at all the question specifies, name the scientist who discovered living cells, the answer has to be Leeuwenhoek. But if it says just a scientist who discovered cell, it will be Robert Hooke. Just by your sheer carelessness, I don't want my dear children to lose marks. All right? Yes. Thank you, children. Now let's move on to the next one. Yet another 1 mark question. Name the cells which don't possess a well-defined nucleus. These cells are primitive without having membrane-bound organelles. What do you think I'm talking about? Yes, quickly tell me the answer. No worries, Harshal. It's all right. This is just, yeah, a practice for you. I don't want you to commit the same mistake in your final exams. Prokaryotic cells, and there we go. Yes, children, prokaryotic cells are the cells which are devoid of a proper nucleus. Like, for example, in the case of bacteria, right, there would be something that we call a cell wall, right? There would be something that we call a cell wall. And of course, inside it, there would be nuclear material, not in the form of a well-developed nucleus, but in the form of a structure we call a nucleoid. Right? This is what we call prokaryotic cells. The typical example would be bacteria, kingdom Monera. All the members coming under kingdom Monera would be prokaryotic cells. Children, let me ask you one question now. What about amoeba? Amoeba is also unicellular. Is it prokaryotic or eukaryotic? Yes, quickly tell me. Hi, Akanksha. Hi, Mayuri. Yes. What do you mean? Yes, Harshil. Eukaryote says Mukund. Majority say it's eukaryote. Absolutely. Amoeba, children. Amoeba, let me make that clear to you. Amoeba is an example of a unicellular eukaryote. Okay, not just amoeba, in fact amoeba, paramecium, right, all of these which are coming under the category that we call protista, kingdom protista, they include unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Exactly. Plasmodium also. Yes, children. Bacteria though come under prokaryotic category, right, children? Okay. Yes, Naman, protists. Now children, taking a very quick break, I would like to remind you about the amazing offers that we have. Today's offer is going to be a little different, right, children? Fungi will be eukaryote, Kushi, okay? Right. So, children, you now have the golden opportunity of joining Vedantu Pro subscription and be a part of our unlimited live classes with fun, high level quizzes, competing with students across the world. You get to watch interactive replays of those sessions which you miss while they are happening live, because the quizzes and leaderboards are still going to be live, right? Although they may be a replay in some cases, like if you happen to miss it while it's happening live. And how can I forget to tell you about the handwritten notes which are going to be available for download after every session? Doubt solving, tests, assignments, all of these, children, all of these will complete your preparation for your final exams. Right, children? Okay. And what is more, I mean, as an added bonus, you guys also have access to 5,000 plus micro courses and free crash courses for competitive exams. So what does it mean? Well, I'll tell you that, but remember the link in the description box below and in the pinned comment, in the comment section below, the pinned comment that you would see at the top. You just need to click on it to know more about this. And the coupon code would be AMBPRO. Right, children? So pay attention here, because as I told you, there is a slight difference to the offer that I'm going to be telling you today. Normally, okay, the normal price for Vedantu Pro subscription is going to be 1,071 per month right now. Okay, currently that's the price. But then for a longer term subscription, which is for the next 2 months, which is till the end of March 21, which till the end of March 2021, which means till the end of this academic year, starting today, overall package without discounts, it's going to be rupees 2,000. But even on top of this, if you just apply the coupon code AMBPRO, this is going to reduce it to 1,600 totally for 2 months. Okay, which means in this you're going to be getting access to science, maths, English, and social studies. Everything, all your core subjects. So, what does this mean? What is the per session cost? Children, can you believe? Can you believe? The per session price is going to be as low as rupees 4, because 400 sessions is what you would approximately be able to avail through the long-term subscription, which is for the next 2 months, by paying 1,600. So 1,600 or 1,600 by 400 is going to be rupees 4 per session, which I would say is even lesser priced than the smallest pack of Lays that you can find. Not even just the party pack, than the smallest pack of Lays, than the smallest bar of chocolate that you can find. Lays and chocolate time, says Anushri. Children, I would suggest make use of this while it's available to you, okay? Because as you know, the prices may vary slightly here and there every week or so. So whenever we have a special offer, please remember to grab it right there. Because certainly, apart from YouTube, this platform, through Vedantu platform, through Vedantu's amazing interactive online platform, you will feel a lot more confident. Right, children? Okay. What do you mean totally forgotten? Yes, rupees 4, and I am not kidding. Right, children, coming back. If the plasma membrane of a cell is ruptured, what will happen to the cell? Yes, children, what do you think will happen to a cell if the plasma membrane is ruptured? Yes, Eknoor, happy to know that. Very happy to know that. Yep. Tell me quickly, quickly. Hi, Arfan, right? Arfan. Yes. Cytoplasm will leak. It will blast. Okay. Any substance can enter the cell. All right, I'm getting a lot of different answers. So, children, plasma membrane basically makes a boundary around the cell content. We know it's a double membrane, right? Plasma membrane or the cell membrane, it's a double membrane, right? So inside this we have the cytoplasm, and inside that we also have the nucleus and various other cell organelles. So if the plasma membrane ruptures, the entire cell contents, including cytoplasm and all the other cell organelles, whatever it may be, all of these would be lost and the cell would die off. Right, children? No worries at all, Anushri. That's exactly why we are bringing in newer and newer series. Are you in CBSE 9 or 10? Tell me that. You're in 10th grade, right? Or are you in ninth? Hi, Minu. Right, Sia. Okay. So, children, these are some of the 1 mark questions. Let's now have a look at yet another one. Quickly tell me the answer. Quickly tell me the answer. Ninth, is it? Eknur, Binu, Alka, all are saying ninth. Okay. ICSE 9, Priya. Okay. You are from CBSE 10, Anushri. Then you don't have to worry at all, I would say. I mean, that's not a thing that I should advise as a teacher, but it's not a thing that you need to worry about at this point of time. Okay. Now, children, two cell organelles having their own genetic material. Wow. Already I have the answer there. Anandi says mitochondria and plastids. Super duper cool. Yes, children. Mitochondria and plastids are two cell organelles which have their own DNA. DNA is not an organelle, so DNA can't be the answer. Okay, we are talking about cell organelles, two cell organelles which have their own genetic material. Okay, DNA itself is a genetic material. That is not a cell organelle, right, children? Okay, right. Now coming to the next one. What are the different types of cells on the this is a 2 marks question, children, pay attention. Now remember, there is going to be Mentee today, and I have told you, as I have told you, I will start at any moment. I will start at any moment I feel. Okay, but I want to be convinced that you are prepared for it. Yes, good deal. Is it a good deal? Give me a quick high five. I just want to make sure that all of you are well prepared for Mentee, which is why we are discussing all this first. Yes, says Harshil. High five. 100%. Thank you, children. High five. What is a different type of, yes, cells on the basis of nuclear material found inside? Yes, I guess I've already got the answer there. Prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. And examples for both of them. High five, children. Thank you so much for that love and support, which also has to come in the form of likes. If not, we are not going to be able to understand how much you love us, how much you would like to support us. Right, children? Okay. Right. Thank you so much. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Now, again, very quick answers. Name the organelle which is called kitchen of the cell, first one, and powerhouse of the cell. What do you mean? Oh my goodness. Look at what Hansika is saying. Jayashree, Harsh, something similar to that, right? Like what you guys say about Harsh, sir? Yeah. Plastids, mitochondria, plastids, kitchen of the cell, kitchen of the cell, chloroplast, yes, power of the house of the cell would be mitochondria, absolutely, yes, children. Chloroplast is something that you would find only in a plant cell, right? In a plant cell. Mitochondria is found both in plant and animal cells. Now tell me something, children. Mitochondria we know is called the powerhouse of the cell, right? Powerhouse. Now tell me one thing. What would be the energy currency of the cell? Energy currency. Yes, quickly, energy currency of a cell. Is it same as a mitochondria or ATP? Wow, super cool. ATP. Children, remember, energy is stored in the form of ATP in our cells. That's why we call it the energy currency of a cell. Remember, powerhouse is mitochondria. Energy currency would be ATP. Because it's inside mitochondria that ATP would be generated. All right, good job. Now, what are eukaryotic cells? I'm sure you guys know by now, and you guys know that they are cells which are advanced, have a well-defined nucleus. That's the most important part. And membrane-bound organelles. Children, it's a 2 marks question, which means you can't just write one-line definition. You will have to write all about probably a few examples as well. Membrane-bound organelles like chloroplast, mitochondria, Golgi bodies are all present, and these cells, either write it as divided into plant and animal cells, or furthermore, I would suggest more appropriately, you could write example. I mean, instead of writing this, you could write examples would be plant cells, right? Animal cells, then maybe fungal cells, right? And protist cells, okay, are all examples of eukaryotic cells. Human cheek cell, absolutely. Yes, anything. What are prokaryotic cells? Similarly, you can explain it. They do not possess a well-defined nucleus. And next is that they don't have membrane-bound organelles. And the examples would be bacteria and blue-green algae. Yes? Okay. Righto. An example of, okay, quickly tell me. Example of prokaryotic organisms, very closely related to all we've discussed until now. Quickly tell me the answer. Children, if it's a 2 marks question, it means half marks each. Easily you can score full marks. A would be bacteria, all right? People are saying A is bacteria. Eukaryotic, amoeba, okay, right? Or even human cell for that matter. Unicellular organism. Children, type in A, B, C, D and then put a hyphen and write the answer. Else I'm not going to know what you're saying. A, bacteria, B, plant cell, okay? Or human cell, anything. C would be, okay, C would be amoeba again, or bacteria as well. Multicellular organism. Human, yes, of course. All right. Anything at all. Give 2 examples of are given here, but the question says give an example of, okay? So you don't have to waste your time writing 2. It's just here for your reference. All right. Bacteria and blue-green algae, humans and plants. Yep. Amoeba and yeast, mango tree and tiger. Right. All right. Children, and we are good to have a look at the next one, which is about viruses. Children, how many of you already know like a basic about viruses? 2020 has been a year in which we have been mentioning the word virus every single day, right? So how many of you think the pandemic has helped us understand more about viruses? COVID, absolutely. Everyone knows Corona, COVID. Yes, me, say Binu, Mayuri, and a lot of you, Akanksha, right, children? So why is virus an exception? I already saw the answer. Naman has put the answer there, and somebody else has also put the answer there, because they don't show any characteristics of life unless and until they enter a living organism. Exactly, children. So I'm sure this year, if you're going to get a question on virus, my children are going to rock. The pandemic taught you biology, right? Yes, Rakal, I think for a lot of people that's been true. Taught you about personal hygiene, taught you a lot about immunity, and maybe about health foods, about viruses, so many things, right? So cell theory is not true for viruses, right? And now coming to 3 marks question. Children, I can see exactly. Abhishek, right? Says because they don't have a structure of their own. Absolutely right. Yes. Shreya says target for 200 plus likes. Thank you, Shreyas. Yes, children, let us get started with clicking on the like button, and within a few minutes, we are going to get started with Mentee, because I can see the energy going up and up and up. Children, please share the link of this session with as many friends as you can. I would want maximum number of my children to benefit from these sessions, right? CBSE class 9 especially. All right. Difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Yes, I've already got the answer. Children, it's a 3 marks question, which means 6 points would complete the answer. Now, anything from this, anything, the size, talking about the nucleus, chromosome, nucleolus, about membrane-bound cell organelles, and about cell division, right? And I would suggest add examples as well, right? Bacteria here, and you could write human cells, and anything else that comes to your mind, right? NCERT वाले पढ़ सकते हैं क्या? What do you mean? NCERT वाले पढ़ सकते हैं क्या? The differences? Absolutely. Yes, पढ़ सकते हैं. क्यों नहीं? Okay. Right. Thank you, children. All right. And here we go. The next one. Up and up and up and up. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you, children. Next one. Cell is called the structural and functional unit of life. Justify the statement. Okay. So, of course, any point, any relevant point, like for example, the relevant points, okay, you need to be aware of that. Each cell acquires a distinct structure and function due to the organization of the membranes and the organelles in a specific way. Very important point. Okay. Now, as a result, each type of cell has a basic structural organization. The next point would be this organization helps cells to perform several basic functions independently, including nutrition, respiration, waste excretion, and a lot more. As a result, we call the cell the structural and functional unit of life. No, I don't teach English, but I teach in English, Anshika. All right. Now, children, diagram-based questions, as you know, are very important for this chapter, especially a plant cell, an animal cell, right? All of these are important diagrams that you have to know, right? Exactly, exactly. So, a few tips that you need to remember when it's a diagram-based question. You know what they are? You know what they are? Bahut hard. It's not bahut hard. Don't worry at all. Okay? Right. So, in a diagram-based question, be sure to make the labels. Children, listen carefully, okay? This is a general set of tips that I'm going to be giving you, not just for ninth graders out there, but for any biology student, okay? For any diagram-based question, for any diagram at all, make sure as much as possible labels are on the same side and all your lines are equal in length, okay? As much as possible. And try and write, okay? So labels, same side. Okay, one tip for you. Second tip I want to give you is about the lines. Lines have to be straight, which means you have to use a pencil and a scale, a ruler, right? Okay, right, children. Now, next one, next point. All the labels in block letters. All right, this is another very important point. Next one, use a sharp pencil, super duper important. No blunt pencils at all allowed for a diagram, right? Diagram based question. Okay, परसों मेरा exam है science. All right, Mayank, you will rock, I'm sure. All the best. Okay, so many same questions are asked in your exam. Okay. Yes, so children, sharp pencil labels have to be on the same side. The lines have to be straight, block letters. And next one, okay? Labels shouldn't cross, no crossing. Which means if you are labeling something like this and the next label you are just drawing like this. No, this is strictly not allowed. Okay? Right. Next one. Next tip you need to know. Give a title to the diagram. For example, if this question, it's about the plant cell, right? So below this, you have to write plant cell. Okay? Of course, not in running letters. I just wrote that out of in a hurry, but it has to be in block letters again. At the bottom, if possible. Right? Block letters. These are some simple tips that you guys can follow. And remember, it doesn't have to be artistic. It has to be scientifically correct. All right. Yes, children. Good job. Kushi says, ma'am, you speak Hindi so nicely and cutely. That is such a diplomatic way of describing what my Hindi is like. All right, children. Thank you, children. Yes, so that's about the plant cell. Remember to label all the major parts, especially because it's a 3 marks question. Remember, neatness also carries marks. And remember, there have to be at least 6 very important labels. Okay? So cell wall, a chloroplast or plastids in general, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and probably like most other important organelles that you want to. Okay, children? Yes, you can do Veena, but it's not like shading is going to add marks to your answers. Okay? Shading will not fetch you bonus marks or grace marks or anything. If you have the luxury of time, most welcome. If not, I would suggest don't waste time shading. Okay? Especially if you are an artist, it's quite easy to get carried away by that. Now, children, I think this is going to be the last question, and I can see you're all preparing for the Mentee very, very well. We are about to get started with the Mentee children. Function, structure and function of vacuole. Remember, we are talking especially about, we need to focus especially on the vacuole of a plant cell, because in a plant cell, a vacuole occupies a very huge area inside the cell, and it's got a lot of functions to perform as well. Yes, so many important functions to perform. And I think this is a complete 3 marks answer. What are they? And in plants, how they are, in animal cells, how they are, how important they are in plant cells, what they contain, and about the major functions of vacuoles. Right, children? So I am about to get started with Mentee. Okay? I want you guys to share the link with as many friends as possible in the meantime while I prepare your Mentee. Ready? Okay. 33233371 is the Mentee code. And I will show it to you right now. All right. 33233371. Go to mentee.com. Use the code 33233371. Yes? Sugam says yes, ma'am. What do you mean? Yes for ready for Mentee, is it? Joined. Good job. Good job. Children, I want to have, you know how amazing yesterday's Mentee for CBSE 10 was? It was super amazing and I just loved it. Why can't we make all our Mentee sessions as good as that? Well, I would love to. I mean, I'm sure you guys are capable of making all these Mentee sessions a huge success. Definitely. Right? See ya, we will rock. Great. Joined, says Alka. All right, children. So please share the link of the session. Please share the Mentee code with your friends. I would love to have as many children as possible on board. Mentee.com. The code is 33233371. The Josh is high. All right, shall we start now? I think we are in a good number to begin. 65, 66. And click on the like button if you haven't done it yet, okay? Again, that was another amazing thing, amazing record that we had yesterday in our session. Right. So let's have a look at all the beautiful icons. In the meantime, people who want a few more seconds can get ready. Wow. Nice to see that. And look at the number. 91 is a very good number to get started with Mentee, and I'm not going to be waiting anymore. Yes, hello Sejal. Okay, children, I'm starting. Okay, your first question on your screen in 3, 2, 1. You are the cake, is it? Go. The code is 33233371. Okay, living cells were first observed by dash. Hook, Leeuwenhoek, Schleiden, Schwann. Living cells were first observed by. This is why I was telling you that the previous questions that we all discussed are gonna prepare you very well for the Mentee. You had to log out. What happened, Anushri? Yes, I hope everything is fine. Okay, children, so there we go. Your time is up. Right. And the answer is Leeuwenhoek. Of course, living cells were first observed by Anton van Leeuwenhoek and not Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke was the first to discover cells, but always remember what Robert Hooke observed were dead cells. All right. Yes, children, 70 if you have got the answer right out of 111, which is good enough for me. So leaderboard will be coming twice in the session. We're going to be having 5 questions totally. Right. Your name is Anton. Oh, not Binu, is it? Good number of heroes, says Suhani. Hi, Krish. Ipshita, the code is 3323371. Right, children, shall we go to question 2? Okay, here it is. And it says energy currency of the cell. What is it? Look at the options. Glucose, mitochondria, ATP, none of these. Energy currency of the cell. What does it mean? I know it can be a little confusing, but I have told you the answer already in today's session. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. And where are we? Yes, children, 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and your time's up. And the answer is, of course, ATP. Yes, children, energy currency of the cell has to be ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Mitochondria would be the powerhouse of the cell. It's not the energy currency. Okay? The energy currency refers to the form of energy in which it's stored inside the mitochondria, right? Or generated in the mitochondria. Right, children? That's why the answer is ATP. Now let's have a look at the leaderboard. Okay, you got both correct. I hope this is a good revision to all my CBSE 9th graders out there and for my ICSE 9th grade also, to be honest. Anurag, good job. Anurag, Akanksha, Ayushi and Akanksha, same points out there. Palak, high five. Prapti and Pratyush, Anandi Mehta, high five. Anandi, Vivek, Adya, AMBPRO, wow. Krishika and Rohit. Righto. Children, good job. We have 3 more questions to go. If there's anyone here, that was unexpected, is it, Akanksha? Okay, right. So go to mentee.com, use the code 3323371. All right, here we go. Yes. Question number 3 on your screen. Which of these is not common to animal and plant cells? Right? Nucleus, cell membrane, mitochondria, chloroplast. Ma'am, please tell a word in Tamil. Vanakkam. Okay. But you got it right, is it, Anushri? Good job. You were still confused, but you got it right. How nice to know that. Children, keep going, and that's the energy. Look at that. Look at how many children we have out here. 126 of you who've given me the answer, and that's amazing. Yes, children, keep up that spirit. Keep up the josh. Good job. Good job. Very, very well done. Cell membrane. Seriously, it's not common to animal and plant cells, is it? Right, right. Okay. Children, cell membrane, nucleus, mitochondria can be seen in both animal and plant cells. Had we had an option called cell wall, that could have been the answer, right? Exactly. Akanksha, you misclicked. No worries at all. Children, you know what? Misclicking right now is only going to prepare you, hopefully going to prepare you for a better final exam at school. Okay? Right. Ma'am, please tell a sentence in Malayalam, you mean, right? I will. Ma'am, Abhishek sir, introduction style, please. You mean for a session introduction? Okay. Anyway, let us go on to the next question. And after that, we'll come back to all the fun elements of that. Okay. Here is question number 4, children. Go to mentee.com and use the code 3323371. Yes. All right. The outermost covering in a plant cell. What is it? Cytoplasm, cell membrane, endoplasmic reticulum, cell wall. Ma'am, please tell how are you in Tamil? Eppadi irkinga? What happened, Hiba? First time on leaderboard, says Krishika. Okay. And children, your last 6 seconds begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and your time is up. Okay. And very, very, very well done. Very well done, children. No one has clicked on the answer as endoplasmic reticulum, and I'm happy about that. People actually say it's cytoplasm, outermost covering. Seriously? Yes, Anshika says, ma'am, I took 4 seconds and in 21st position. Imagine the extent of competition then. Okay. Yes, leaderboard is going to be coming after question number 5 because that will be the last question for the day. Okay. Right, children. Okay. Here comes your last and final question for the day on your screen. All right. But before we get started with question number 5, let me ask you one question here. Is there anyone here who hasn't subscribed to this channel yet? I know many of you might be aware that Vedantu 9th and 10th Hindi channel, and we do have this as a separate channel, Vedantu 9th and 10th English. Remember, the name of the channel is Vedantu 9th and 10th English because we teach in English medium and not because we teach only English as a subject. We teach all the same chapters, all the same subjects, exactly as what we do on our Hindi channel. We, the Hindi and English channel, are one single family because Vedantu is one single family, as you all know. So remember, all the different teachers may be teaching over there and here. That doesn't matter because we still work very, very hard to ensure that you guys get better insights into all the concepts. That's exactly the core purpose of starting this channel, children. So please click on the subscribe button right now because it's a YouTube channel. It's yet another educational YouTube platform which is sincerely designed with the intention of, which is designed with the intention of giving you the best quality education, not just academics, motivation, and anything else that you might want to be addressed. Name it and you will find it here, I'm sure. Right, children? Okay. Righto. Thank you, children. So stay subscribed and click on the bell icon so that you will not miss out on any of our upcoming sessions. All right. Here comes your last question for the day. Identify the odd one out. Okay. I've given you a hint as well. Bacteria, fungi, amoeba, human cell. Identify the odd one out. The hint is type of cell based on nuclear material. Okay. Let's see. All right. There are people who are confidently saying it's D. Based on nuclear material. Based on the type of nucleus, children. Okay. Yeah. All right. For the first time and for the last time in today's session, maximum number of people have clicked on the wrong answer. Children, why do I have a hint over there? Type of cell based on nuclear material. What are the two types of cells based on nuclear material? You guys have already told me the answer. What are they? Tell me. Prokaryote and eukaryote. The only prokaryote among these 4 options is bacteria. Isn't that so? Yes. Happy classroom. I have to ask you, how are you in Tamil? எப்படி இருக்கீங்க happy classroom? நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? Okay. Prokaryote and eukaryote, absolutely. And bacteria is the only prokaryotic cell here. Yes. Exactly, children. And here comes your final leaderboard. All right. So many interesting things. Nice to see that. Astha, good job. Astha is at the top with 4,899 points. And then we have Adya, AMBPRO, Mukund, Hi-Fi Mukund. And then we have, I'm sorry, I'm not able to see the name. Syanand, is it? Okay, I'm not sure. And then the name ending with AK, and then a name ending with AM, and then Mishti Jai Ambikeshwari Mata. Oh my goodness. You guys have such creative ways of, oh my goodness. But Mishti is giving away that you are probably from Kolkata, from Bengal at least. Yes. All right. And Suhani, I guess, and Ayushi Atharva. Okay. Yes, children. Right. Astha, very, very well done. And children, thank you so much for all your love and support. Remember, we will be coming back with yet another session of VIP series. So stay tuned. And as I told you, the best way of ensuring that you will not miss any of our upcoming sessions is by clicking on the subscribe button right now. Children, remember the coupon code for pro subscription, AMBPRO. All right. So like, share, and subscribe. like, share, and subscribe because, children, let me remind you, we are a team that works very, very, very hard to make your life a lot easier. Okay? Although you may see only the faces of master teachers in front of you, there are a lot more people working behind this. So many people who work very hard to create these slides, to create the content that we have in the sessions. So many people who handle a lot of operations which are related to smooth running of the sessions. A lot of things, children. Name it and it's there. A huge team behind this. So please remember to stay subscribed because it's not going to be costing you anything at all. Because as I tell you, as I always tell you, the only motive is so that maximum number of children in our country are going to benefit from this, right? Okay. Yes, children. So I will meet you in yet another session, and my Instagram ID is also given out there for those of you who want to follow me there, Ambika_Vedantu. Okay. So put your comments right down in the comment section. I would love to see them. And until we meet again, stay happy, stay healthy, take care. And this is Ambika signing off. Bye bye.